What's up, guys? It's your boy WholeWheatPete, and let me tell you something. You know, we're you're all here because you've probably seen this video. NEZUKO CHAN! It's funny because COVID basically canceled conventions, so everyone's convention hungry. Everyone wants to go out, meet with all their anime-loving friends again. And there's one thing from back then that is definitely going to be making a comeback, and that is the Glomp, and I hope you're ready for it. So Glomping is a really simple definition. Alright, what Glomping is basically one person lovingly and, you know, pretty dramatically attacking someone, but with a hug, you know? So you're lovingly tackling someone. We've seen a lot of videos where it's kind of like this weak little, like, you kind of jump, like, people like run into someone and you kind of barely hug them. No, that's not a glomp, okay? I'm here to teach you guys the true art of glomping, and I mean dolphin diving like you're in a Call of Duty game where it's like you're the last man standing and it's a 1v5 and this dolphin dive wins you the game. I'm talking full sending glomps. And you're probably wondering, Pete, how do I do this without literally dying? Yes, if you're wondering, I have bruised my ribs before. I have not broken any bones doing glomps, but it is kind of painful if you don't do it correctly. So you definitely want to make sure you guys do it the right way before you try to do this. As we start to see more and more conventions coming back, you are going to see a lot more people probably attempt these types of glomps. So some cosplayers to look out for are literally anyone that cosplays a simp. We're talking like Zenitsu, Mineta, Klein, you know, all the classic guys. And, you know, so if you're nervous about glomping, just make sure you stay away from people that cosplay those characters, because they're the ones who are most likely going to be glomping you. So what we're going to focus on is the landing, because most likely if you try to glomp someone without them kind of knowing you're about to glomp them, it's pretty much 100% chance that they're going to dodge you. Okay, not 100, because like some people just might not be ready for it, but most likely someone's going to try to dodge you, so you have to know how to land. The technique for landing is called penguin dives. This is something that you would know from Haikyuu if you watch Haikyuu. That's why I'm wearing this Nishinoya cosplay for this video. But in Haikyuu, what happens is when you dive for a pass, when you dive for a volleyball, you are landing on your hands and then hitting the ground on your chest. So it's the same technique as glomping, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna be diving in the air, and then you're gonna use your hands to cushion your fall, and then before you land on your chest. So we're gonna kind of go through like the full range of motion with that technique so you guys can see how that looks. A really good way to practice this kind of form is to start with low dives. So by starting low, you can practice how you land. So for example, if I start low and I land on the ground on my hands, you practice that sort of slowing down and slowing down your push. And one more thing that's really worth noting is as you're landing, you never want to lock out any of your body parts. You want to keep everything bent as if like you're landing in a push-up position, because if you were to lock out your elbows, you may potentially break it on the landing. But this is only if you're actually attempting the glomp. When you're trying to glomp someone, you're going to be pretty much running at your full sprint before you launch yourself. So we'll kind of show how that looks in terms of the full sprint version. So you'd be running at the person, you dive, and then you land. So notice how my hands cushion my fall. And notice how I didn't lock my elbows out, or I didn't lock my wrists out. By doing that, I was able to land at the height that I launched at without any problems and without feeling any pain. Now granted, if you're trying to glomp someone, you might be diving a little bit higher, so you may experience a little bit of discomfort on the landing, but that's going to be completely normal because glomping is, you know, kind of dangerous when you think about it. And I don't really know why I'm teaching this. Oh yeah, this is great. So this is we have set up a test demo with with my friend Asuna here. Let's say you happen to hit the person and you actually glomp the person. So you really don't need to worry about anything because the person's going to be catching you. So at that point, if they're catching you, it's on them. It's on them to make sure that you don't die. But I guess we'll do a demonstration of me glomping, you know, her. Test demo. Like, let's go. Okay, here we go. So now that you guys know how to glomp, one thing to keep in mind is that definitely be safe with it. I definitely recommend that you ask people before you try to glomp them, as it's a little dangerous, I'm gonna be honest. But it's really fun to do, so definitely give it a try sometime. And it's not a full glomp unless you're fully launching your entire body at that person. That means as you launch, your whole body needs to be in the air or it doesn't count as a glomp. Anyways, thank you guys so much again for watching, and don't stop spreading the bread. Peace out, guys. Asada.